Do we eat roots? You just did. And we did it again. Yo. Hey you guys, how are you? Welcome to today. Riding Mitchell Memorial Forest today. Oh my gosh, I had a huge salad an hour and a half ago. Delicious. The more you eat natural plant-based food, the more you get accustomed to it, the happier your body gets. And that's what you're designed to eat. Oh no, we are carnivores. Wrong. 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 Not a great Donald Trump. Wrong. We're not carnivores. We are actually omnivores. Means we eat everything. We're not vegans. We're not carnivores. We're omnivores. Do we eat roots? You just did. And we did it again. Yo. Question is, what is the mix of plant versus animal-based food that best suits the human being? And the answer is, it's simple. Look at that big old log. I'm going to tell you the answer in a minute. Oh. So, think back to prehistoric times. Prehistoric. I mean, before history? Is there such a thing? Ancient times. And it doesn't matter if you believe we were placed on this earth by God or by Darwin. Either way, when humans were first on the earth, we were here without Pop-Tarts and White Castle. We can all agree on that. So what did we eat? Well, I'm pretty sure that a bunny runs away. Woo! Shit. A lot faster than a blueberry or a potato. So, whoa, never jumped over that before. And back then, we also did not have guns or rifles or what have you. So, pretty good bet that even though we're omnivores, we were eating the shit we could get our hands on, and that is mostly natural plant-based food. So our bodies were either designed by God or evolved Darwinian evolution style to handle a natural plant-based food diet best, as evidenced by our pancreas and the way we store food and energy and digest. We are not designed to have stumbled upon a Pop-Tart. That is too much processed carbohydrate, too much easily digestible carbohydrate for our bodies to handle. It overloads our system. It overloads our pancreas. Those carbs get absorbed as blood sugar, as sugar, and it's in your blood as blood sugar. And your body then secretes insulin, which causes the sugar in the bloodstream to get put into the cells. It stores it. Also, insulin recognizes that you have plenty of energy floating around, so it inhibits fat cells from being metabolized for energy, because you don't need them because you got all this goddamn sugar floating around. Now, no matter how much insulin you release in response to your Pop-Tart or bagel or donut or whatever white flour or sugary based item you're imbibing, no matter how much insulin you release, you cannot release enough to accommodate all of that extra sugar. So you have all this extra sugar floating around in your bloodstream with nowhere to go and nothing to do, just sitting there. And that's not good for you. So what happens to it, one of the things that happens to it is it combines with various proteins in your blood and then burrows into the vessel wall. That's right. It actually goes inside the wall of your artery and sits there and gets stored there. What does that cause? That causes inflammation in the vessel wall. And what does inflammation in the vessel wall cause? That sounded like Scotty from Star Trek. The vessel wall. What does inflammation in the vessel wall cause? Atherosclerosis. What is atherosclerosis? It's the buildup of plaque and shit in the arteries in your heart and brain, which eventually cause heart attack and stroke. Another contributor is the deposition of fat, and we eat too much fat too. And what is the number one cause of death in all high and middle income countries? Heart attack and stroke. And do you know why? I do. I just told you. It's our fucking diet. Duh. 2/3 of the people in the United States are overweight. Half of those are obese. In all high and middle income countries, in fact. It's not brain surgery. It's simple. You eat shit, you die young of the shit that you're eating causes you. I'm trying to explain to you the physiology. I don't know if you're buying it or believing it, but I am stating facts. It's up to you whether or not you want to believe these facts. Anywho, no, yeah. Anyhow, your body cannot accommodate all the extra sugar floating around, and it burrows into the vessel wall, causes atherosclerosis. Bye-bye, you die young. Or you end up on my table having a heart attack, wishing to fucking God or Darwin you hadn't eaten all that shit that you did. Which brings me back to how delicious my salad was. Because it was composed predominantly of natural plant-based foods, which don't have processed sugar or white flour in them. And so when you absorb those, they're also full of fiber. Processing means basically you're taking the fiber out of the food. Why would anybody do that? Because it fucking tastes better and it sells better. It's all about money. And so when you eat the food that has the fiber in it, it's much harder for your stomach to absorb that food because the fiber gets in the way. And so your blood sugar goes up much, much more slowly. And you don't get this huge glucose load. And accordingly, you don't get a huge insulin spike. And you don't get all that extra glucose floating around in your bloodstream, causing inflammation. There's a very good reason why all of the studies, all of them, super fun section there. All of the studies, the bulk of the evidence, show that when you eat a predominantly natural plant-based diet, you avoid diabetes, stroke, heart attack, and premature death. So, chew on those nuggets for a while, Mr. Carnivore and Mrs. I'll have my frappy lappy, double jappy, singing the nappy, mappy slappy. I don't know what the hell they call them at Starbucks, but they're just all sugar. And as for the meat, well, again, we're not designed to take in as much as we do because it's harder to catch. If I put you, Mr. Meat Eater, in the woods, completely naked, and said eat for 4 days, you know what you're eating? Nuts and leaves and shit, because you ain't catching dick. Because humans weren't born with rifles or meat processing plants. But now that all those things exist, we can eat as much meat as we want without even thinking about it. And what is meat? Well, yes, it's delicious. Why is it delicious? Think to yourself, why is meat delicious? Because it's full of saturated fat. And fat is full of calories. It's the most calories per gram of any macronutrient. And what does humans desire? Calories. Why do we desire calories? Because we were put on this earth at a time when food was scarce. And if you exist in a planet where food is scarce, then eating something which provides the most calories provides a survival benefit. The problem is we turn the tables on ourselves because we figured out how to make endless food, but our bodies and tongues and taste buds have not evolved accordingly, only because they haven't had time, evolutionarily speaking. And so we still think the most calories is the best. That's why saturated fat and processed carbohydrates taste the best. For the same unit of weight, they provide more calories, but your bodies aren't designed to process that. But the food industry does not care. We are now entering the B loop, by the way. Food industry doesn't care. They know everything I just told you. They want to make money, so they provide you stuff that tastes good. They make you fat. You end up on my table or dead. And you walk around thinking you're a meat eater because it tastes great to you. As it turns out, if you compare your mouth to that of the traditional carnivore, it is nothing like it. You do not have humongous, rocky, I love Rocky, love the Rocky canines. You don't swallow your meat whole like they do, and you don't eat all the organs first like they traditionally do, because they provide the most fat and nutrition. The way you like your meat is medium rare and salted just right. But if I put you naked in the room with a deer and you're medium hungry, you ain't getting a hard on to tear it up, drink its blood, eat its fucking brain and liver. How you want that deer or cow or whatever is cut up by somebody else, cooked just right, and then you want to chew it like crazy. This is awesome. Meat eater my ass. Now, I don't blame anybody for their likes and desires. I mean, you like what you like. That's what we're designed to like. It's just a lack of understanding of evolutionary biology. Oh shit, don't fall. See what I mean? I should probably pay attention here. So in fact, the combination of all those processed carbs and saturated fat from all the meat we eat, the saturated fat also burrows into the vessel wall to create the atherosclerotic plaque. And again, atherosclerosis kills you. #1 cause of death. Period. Not even close. More than everything else combined. And it's your food. So anyways, enjoy your salad. I don't ever tell anybody change everything about your life right away. What I do tell them though is, listen to me. Let me educate you. Google, learn, understand, read nutrition labels. Your only chance of overcoming your instincts which say eat the most that you can and the most calories that you can. Your only chance of overcoming that is education. It is very hard to look at an amazing cheeseburger and turn it down in favor of a nasty ass salad. But it's your only shot, bro. Whew. Awesome trail, eh? Narrow. How did you gain all this knowledge? Well, I'm a heart doctor, and I'm very interested in nutrition. How you doing? Just me. Because I was kind of fascinated at the pathology behind what I saw every day. Why are people having heart attacks every goddamn day? Why am I so busy? And I started learning about nutrition. I spent 10 years studying it. And I'm also fascinated by human behavior and why we do what we do. You think you're in control. You're wrong. You got none. You're driven by biological instincts, propagation of the species, but I won't go into that right now. Whoa. And like I said, your instincts tell you, eat more. Why do you think it is that it takes 20 or 30 minutes to get full? Do you think that's by chance? Whoa. Come on, buddy. Whew. No, it's not. It's not by chance at all. I'll tell you why in a minute. Oh my God. Root hell. Okay. So why does it take so long to feel full after you eat? Or you're sitting and eating, but then half an hour later you're like, oh fuck, I am so full. There's a disconnect, a time lapse. Just like your tongue wanting shit that tastes amazing so you get more calories, there's physiologic mechanisms in place that make sure you get the most calories also, besides taste. So think about a time in the universe when food was hard to come by. You could eat, then you might not eat again for a few days. It would behoove you to eat the most in any sitting. And you can eat more than you need if there's a lag between the time that you are full and the time that you feel full, so that you end up overeating, so that you can store up. And that still holds true today. Except we don't ever run out of food. What else? What happens if you only need 2,000 calories to exist on any given day? And on that day, you eat 3,000. Where's the extra 1,000 go? Is it all going in the toilet? Nope. Where's it going? To your hips and butts and thighs. Why? Why does that happen? Why is there such a thing as getting fat? Because it's your body trying to store up calories for when you don't get to eat for the next week. But like I said, that does not happen in modern day society. Your body is an amazing machine at eating and storing fat. Why do you think it is such an amazing ritual? Eating is. Everybody loves it. I love food. I'm a foodie. It's awesome. Of course, it's all part of survival of the species. Why does having sex feel great and not terrible? Huh? Duh. Anyhow, you can't change those things about you. Those things may change over the next 500,000 years, but not today. So if you want a shot at eating less and eating healthier, you simply have to learn and understand and be vigilant about what you put into your body and why. Ta-da! God damn, I had a lot to say today. Oh my gosh. I think I just rode through the hardest part of the trail, babbling. Ugh. Oh, shit. This is going to be a long video. My daughter's going to kill me. Keep it down to 14 minutes, Dad. I had too much to say today, honey. It's going to be a long one. Oh, shit. Rocky. I probably should take a drink or something. Whew. I tried to teach my patients this. Most people don't want to listen. Don't understand. Don't want to understand is more like it. Don't want to give up what they love. Oh my gosh. Oh, tough switch back there. Very well placed root. Oh. Feel free to bitch about my lecture in the comments and try to prove me wrong on any of those things I just told you. You're gonna have a tough time. But you could try, and I will answer. Oh. The Mountain Bike Chronicles by your favorite heart doctor, former heart doctor, as of next month. Just a mountain biker who happens to know a shitload about nutrition. Whoa. Interestingly enough, what heart doctors do, putting stents in people's blocked heart arteries or bypassing them with open heart surgery, is absolutely barbaric. It's bypassing the blockage because we can't figure out how to make it go away. So you squish it apart or tear somebody open and bypass it because we don't know how to make it go away. So it occurred to me a long time ago that I am addressing, as a heart doctor, the back end of a disease process. One of the reasons I learned so much about nutrition, because that is the front end of the disease process. Teach people how to eat. It's like that fishing thing. You know the story. Give me a fish, I eat for a day, blah, blah, blah. Teach me how to fish. I eat for life. Same kind of deal. I open up your blocked heart artery. Yes, I've saved your life. But you'll just be back. If I teach you how to eat, why you eat like you eat, if I can help you make better decisions every single day, then I've done something. I believe that eating about 90% natural plant-based food and 10% healthy animal-based food is a reasonable mix and tends to mimic the way our ancestors ate. So 90% of my life, I'm plant-based, natural plant-based, not processed. And 10%, what do I eat? Baked or grilled seafood, egg whites, almond milk, no regular milk, non-fat dairy. I might have a piece of cheese once a month. I eat beef, pork, or poultry maybe once every 6 months. And what I really want to impress upon you is how fucking hard that is. Because my taste buds are exactly like yours. All of our taste buds are exactly alike with respect to loving saturated fat and processed carbohydrates. Are there subtle differences within? Yes. Ooh, I hate beets. Oh, I love broccoli. Whatever. In broad strokes, I'm telling you facts. So it's fucking hard to eat like I say you should, because the other way tastes better. But let me tell you, it wouldn't be hard if it was 100,000 years ago and you were hungry as shit. It's hard now because sitting right next to the salad is the pizza with sausage. Take 5,000 5-year-old kids, sit them all at a table, put a plate of broccoli and a plate of chocolate cake in front of them. All 5,000. Eat the chocolate cake. Do you think that's coincidence? Of course not. They're designed that way. Humans are designed that way, and I already told you why. I explained it. In fact, I created a video about that. It's a pretty awesome video. I'll share it with you sometime. Anyway, what I was going to say is, it's super hard for me also. I want to eat the crap. It tastes amazing. Every single decision, every day is a fucking battle and a struggle for me. Every day, every meal, every hour. Yeah, I'm starving before I go to bed just like you are. Yes, I want to eat steak and chips and Frappy Happies and donuts. Fuck yes I do. They taste amazing. But I don't. But it's a battle. However, I will tell you, the battle is much, much easier when you're armed with knowledge, right? Intellect over instinct. And it gets easier because the longer you eat healthy, you start to develop a quote-unquote taste. And what I mean is it doesn't taste that much better, but you start feeling better. You start existing at your ideal body weight. Your diabetes and high blood pressure fucking go away. And the general well-being that you get from it matters to you. It'll make you feel better. And you'll like life more. And you'll live longer. Statistically. Hey you guys, awesome ride at Mitchell Memorial. Thank you for riding. Thank you for listening. I have a lot of thoughts in my head about this stuff, as you can tell. I will keep my nutrition talks a little shorter in the future, maybe a lot shorter. Have a great day. Audience participation time. What is the difference between a lentil and a chickpea? You don't have to pay extra to have a lentil on your face. See ya.